So if you've been watching this series of videos, you've seen my elementary life, and you've seen part 1 and 2 of my junior high life. I actually ran out of time on the second part there. So many memories that I could have went into that I just didn't because of time. 10 minutes. Thank you, YouTube, for limiting me on that one. But let's talk about graduating. When I turned 19, I have to stop myself to think about it. Yeah, it was 19. I realized that I'm getting nowhere. I'd applied for a lot of jobs and I had no job. And without the education backing me up, I was no better than anybody out there. I was actually worse than many who had actually graduated. So in July, I think it was, I started going to what they call Job Link, which is a place where you study to get your GED. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this because everybody wants me to do it, but if I can't pass it, I'm not going to spend 2 years in class trying to learn what I don't know to get this thing. I had my mindset on that. I went in and took the placement test, and they said that I placed on the highest level. And I thought, well, then you must have some pretty darn stupid people. So let's see what I do on the pretest. Because the pretest, you had to take the pretest, then you take a CASAS, and then you take the actual real thing. I took the pretest, and 3 out of 5 of those tests, flying colors, passed them like it was nothing. The other 2 tests I was supposed to come back and take at a later date. But on that date that I was scheduled to go back, I was actually in Myrtle Beach. And I said, well, that's alright, I'll just go back later. I was having such a great time at Myrtle Beach, I did not think about school. And when I came back, I did not think about school. I sat at home, I played on the computer, I did anything imaginable. You actually probably have seen my Myrtle Beach videos. Not the last one, but the one before that. Yeah, there were 2. It was one where my dad went with me. Actually, my dad took me. Thanks, Dad. We actually went and met my stepmom, who was already down there, and we spent a few days. I think it was a weekend, actually. But eventually I went back and took 2 more pre-tests, and that was probably about 3 months ago. October, November, January, February. It was September or October, sure enough. Actually, let me look right here. Yeah, 11. So that's November. Yeah, it was October. I went back in October, and took the 2 final practice tests. I took a CASAS test on everything I needed to take, and I actually passed everything with flying colors. And I was surprised. Not only were they surprised, I was surprised. I'm actually getting a piece of paper here to get the last test scores, because I want to tell you guys about them. I was surprised with those test scores. So, they told me that if I was ready, they feel like I'm ready, on their end. As long as I feel like I'm ready on my end, I can go ahead and go take the GED test. Which she said as long as I completed it before I turned 20, I would qualify for an actual GED, or high school diploma, or a high school diploma equivalency, and not something tagged GED. So I hurried and did that. I did everything I needed to do. I got scheduled for the main test. I went in and took them. I was not happy about them at all. Some of the stuff that, was on the test, I totally knew I failed it. One that I was worried about was reading. Another one was math. And, I think science was kind of hard. Or it was social studies one. I can't remember. Anyway, you needed 410 to pass. But 450 average to pass. So basically, if I made 450 on one, I passed it. No problem. If I made 410 on one, I would pass it if I made more than 450 on another. So I would need to make 40 points more on another to fill in for that. So if I made, say, 500 on the other, I made 50 extra points. 40 would have went to that other one, 10 would have been left over. You just needed to average 2,000 some odd points. So 450 is passing, basically. And the highest you can get, I think, is 600. So, on language, I actually got 500. So I passed it, had 50 points extra, no problem. On social studies, I actually got a 530, which was one of the ones I was actually worried about. So I was kind of happy that I got 530. And then science, I got a 580. And in language arts reading, I got a 560. The thing that worried me, though, was if I didn't make at least a 410 in writing, I would fail. Which I've already told you the writing score, but I'm holding off on the math score. And so it was all dependent on this one thing, whether I passed or not. And then the reading score finally came in, so I'll give you the math score. Math score was 530. And 450 to pass, 500 was high, but to get anything above 500 was amazing. And I got above 500 on all of them except for the writing. I got 500, which I will not complain. As long as it was above 450, I wasn't worried. They told me with these scores, they highly recommended that I went to college. And I haven't went to college. They actually say that I should go to college. And I don't know. You know what I just realized? I looked at this phone in the mirror, and this is going to be a sideways vlog. So, up until now, you're going to watch it sideways. I'm real sorry, but I'm not recording all that again. So, iPhone, I love you so much. Now that I got that out of my system. So, yeah, that's how I graduated. I would show you this, but it's got a lot of personal information, so I'll just flash it up. That's all you get. And, that's how I got graduated. I still don't have a job. I talk to a lot of places, a lot of people about getting a job. I've applied at a lot of places. I haven't had any luck. If you'd like to give me a job, hit me up, sonofmarvin@gmail.com. Otherwise, I'll continue to make YouTube videos for you guys, and I'm real sorry about the sideways vlog on this last one. You can kill my iPhone personally if you'd like. I will ship it to you for a low price of $600. So just hit me up. See you guys later.